Howdy y'all, it's Kathy from RustPaperScissors. I wanted to let you know that I am back from vacation. My shop, which is Rust Paper Scissors on Etsy, is now open. So if you have any need for rusted elements for your Christmas journals or any journal in general, my shop is back open. I just wanted to remind people that I do have a rusted elements or journal kit. It has rusted paper clips, bulldog clips, book darts, owl clips, and then it has a rusted metal prong fastener, some D-ring fasteners, and some rusted staples. So those are available in my shop, and it just kind of brings your whole journal together. If you like the rusted or the grunge or the vintage look, I think these items help pull the whole journal together. So I wanted to encourage you. I know it's getting late to be making a journal, but you can put together a journal very quick. I put this one together this morning, and it is a ring-bound journal, and I'm going to go through it, and I'll do a little tutorial on one of the pages. I also wanted to say that I'm going to do a flip through of my Christmas journal, and it will be for sale in my Etsy shop right after this video. So I wanted to get started. But what I did was I kind of prepared everything, and then I'm just going to kind of put it together and explain to you what I did. It's nothing new or fancy, but I just kind of wanted to have it all together so it would go quick. So I made a journal that I wanted to have 3 sections. And so I put the first 2 together. For the different sections, I used corrugated cardboard, and then on this one I added a metal tag that I rusted, and I heat embossed the Holly Jolly Christmas on there. It's held together with book rings. Some people say if you rust the book rings, they don't work as well. I have not found that to be the case, and I'll show you when I open them up. They open and close very easily. There's no problem. So I just wanted to mention that. But this first little section was just really a writing section. On the back of the cover, I put some sticky backed velvet, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I love this stuff. I use it in most all my journals. It's easy to work with. It cuts like butter. It sticks down. You can even rip it off if you have to, depending on the surface, but you know, it's pretty forgiving, so I like it. And then these pages, this is really just some journaling, and I didn't embellish this. I just wanted it to be a quick video to show you how easy it is to put one together. And the beauty of the ring-bound journal is you can take the pages out, you can make it, maybe thicker than normal. You can rearrange the pages. If you make a mistake, you're not, trying to cover it up. So that's just one of, a few of the reasons why the ring-bound journals are nice. And so this one is just some tea-dyed pages. This is a library card. And then this is just several pieces of notebook paper. And then the back page is a index card that is a graphed paper. And then the second section is just, again, the corrugated cardboard. I added this little digital on some ribbon twist paper. I put it onto another piece of corrugated cardboard, so there is a spot for you to maybe tuck something in there if you wanted. So I wanted to show you that. And then again, I covered it with the sticky backed velvet. And then this first page is the only one I have in there, but it's just a blank piece of paper. I added this little, it was a tag from the Dollar Tree, and it's blackboard, so I heat embossed it with white, and then I put a little chalk on there to maybe kind of make it look like a reminiscent of a chalkboard. So I just added that on there, just as a little something to see. This is what I wanted to demonstrate today. I saw a YouTuber I know his name is Antonio. I don't know the name of his channel, but I will find it out and list it in my Etsy shop, or in the description box, excuse me. But what he did, he called it a Zig Zag Pocket Tag. And I thought, well, I would like to do that, but I'd like to be able to put it into my journal. I'd like to have more journaling space. It could even kind of be a secret journaling space. And then you have the 3 zigzag pockets that the way you fold it makes it. So I was just going to demonstrate that really quickly for you. It was very easy. His tutorial is very good, so I'll link it below, and if you're really interested, you might want to watch it. He took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and he cut it in half, so it was 6 by 12, and he scored it every 3 inches, so it made a piece of paper with 4 different these sections. And so I wanted to do that, but this paper was longer. I believe it's 11 by 16. So what I did, like I say, I wanted to have this spot, I wanted this to be a little bit bigger. So what I did was I cut down my paper. It's like I said, I think it was 11. And I cut it down to about 7.5, whatever fit my book, whatever would fit your book. And then what I did was I turned it over, and I'll explain. Since I want this part to be the 12 inches, and I want this part to be bigger, I'm going to flip it over. And what I did was, see if I can pull it out. I scored it at, I got it up here, and I scored it at 3, and at 6, and 9, and then 12. And then you flip it back over, and that gives you your different sections. So when you fold it up, and you crease it really good, so you fold it up, and this is what it looks like. Now we're going to make the zigzag part. And it's really pretty easy. Just a second, let me get this out of the way. You could probably freehand it, but I used my cutting thing. And what you did was, since I want this to be one part, so there's a fold there and then there's a fold here, I'm going to start the cutting at this second fold, because like I say, I want it to fold out. So what you do is, I'm going to put the paper in here, and this second fold, and I'm going to try and line it up with the edge. This is the only tricky part, but what you want is, you want that second fold to hit right where you're going to cut, and then you can manipulate the page how deep you want this first pocket to be. And I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but it doesn't come to the edge here. You move it up, and so you have your second score line. So the second score line, I'm going to have it up where I cut, and then I'm just going to make it about that. And I just eyeballed it, and then you just cut it, and then you can save that if you want, and then you just fold it, and now you have your zigzag pocket page. And then what I did, since I wanted that to be open, I just glued it along this edge and the bottom, and then I glued this edge and the bottom, and then I glued this edge and the bottom, and then that makes your tag. Also, what I did was I reinforced this side of the paper. The holes weren't in the right spot, so what I did was I took another piece of the ledger paper, and I just glued it on and folded it over, and put my holes in it. What you could do is just fold this over and glue it, and then your page is just a little bit smaller, but it's the same thing. Then you make your holes, but if you want it a little bit bigger, you might reinforce the edges here. So that's that. I hope you got the gist. Again, go over and watch Antonio. He does a great job. But I thought that was a fun addition to the journals. I want to do that in some of my other journals. So let's start putting this section together. But I wanted you to see how easy the book rings open, and they're not hard at all. So let's see if I can get these pages in here. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had a great time. We had a pretty big crowd, about 25 people. It was over at my aunt's, my mother's sister, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of family. And so I hope everybody had a great holiday. And I thought I'd spend back Friday trying to get my shop back open, and this little journal made to encourage you to, if you haven't started a junk journal for Christmas, you may want to. So here's just an easy way to do it. And let's see if I can get these pages. Some of these pages aren't exactly the same length, and so I'm just putting them in one at a time or a couple at a time to make sure you get them. Oh, and this was another example. I used a guest check. You can use all different sizes of papers. You know, just really make it your own. There's a lot of different things you can do. And then these pages, this is just some notebook paper that's an old ledger page from the 1950s. And then, let's see, there we go. And this is just some math paper, some manuscript paper, ledger paper, and then graphed paper. So we had those. So that's that. And again, I'm going to put this together and then close it up, because I'm going to show you how I did the last signature, so you can see what I did. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. It might be better than mine, but so far that's our journal. But what I did was, this is the cover for the last section, and again, it's a digital. Again, it has a pocket here that you could put something in there. I covered it with a sticky backed velvet. These are the pages that I wanted to use, and all I did was cut them to size, and now I'm ready to measure them, and I wanted to get this over. So all you do is, what I did was I took it and I turned it over, and I lined it up with the edge of the book, and then I just kind of made it where I wanted it to sit within the pages. And then all I did was take a pencil and just, you know, mark where I'm to put the holes. And let's see. Oh, it didn't come through. My lead must have broken. Yeah, my lead broke. Hold on just a second. Let's see if I can get some lead out there. It's kind of hard to get that lead through the holes down to the paper so you could see it. So all I'm doing is just, you know, going around those holes, so I'll have a guide to where I put my papers. And you see there's a little guy. So that's where I'm going to cut my holes. And I won't demonstrate it here, but I'm going to go back and I will reinforce these pages. I'm also going to do the grommets on the back so you can see that. But I just wanted to, I'm having a hard time finding my mark. There it is. Okay. So now those are ready to go, and we'll just add these to this, and then I'll show you the back. And we'll be done, and we'll do a quick flip through, and you can be on your way. let's get these in there. And I'm just going to leave those clipped together and see if I can just thread them all at once. Looks like I can, if I do it right. And then this one. Oh, there we go. Making it harder than it is. I'm just going to close that up. So now we have those. We have our 3 book, and then we're going to put our back on. And what I did was I just took a piece of the corrugated paper. I cut it to size. I cut my sticky backed velvet to the size, and I wanted about 1/4 of an inch around it. And so I cut it down, and then what I do is you just peel it back, and I think I got it started up here. But what I do is I peel it back just a little bit of the way, and then I fold it down. And then, to me, it's easier to work with. So now you just have this much of the adhesive showing. And so, let's see. I'm going to line it up where I want. It's about 1/4 of an inch smaller. I'm going to line it up, get it exact. Again, I say if you mess up, a lot of times you can take it, remove it and redo it. So if you just first glue a small portion of it, it's easier to do. But then all I do is I just pick it up and I run my hand as I'm pulling the paper out. I run my hand along the velvet and you're done. And that is your back of your book. I'm going to stop it for just a second. I didn't get the grommets and I wanted to show you those, so give me just a second.